If your trading strategy is the 5 minute opening range break and retest method, I'm going to show you another opportunity that you may be missing. I'm going to show you the two indicators that you need to add to TradingView. I'm going to show you a real chart scenario because the market is live. It's November 18th, depending on when you're watching this, at 9:53 Pacific Standard Time or 12:53 Eastern Standard Time. And this is how today, if you were trading NQ or MNQ and you have your 5 minute opening range set while you're waiting for a retest, you would have had two quick scalp opportunities that presented themselves earlier that you may have missed. We are on MNQ, and you can see here I have my 5 minute opening range marked out. Now, mine I have an indicator for, so I don't have to actually draw the rectangle. I'll show you real quick in case you don't have it. If you come into indicators and you search for this one right here, key levels by Liquid Trader, you add it to your chart. And then when you come in here, uncheck the boxes that are automatically checked and just click opening range and set the number to 5 and scroll down to the bottom and make sure that you are set for the New York session open and close. Then when you click OK, no matter what chart you're in, it will automatically populate it. Like you can see here, just when I switch back, the 5 minute range, this is the 5 minute candle, bottom wick to top wick, and no matter what chart I'm on, it is there. So that's number one. It will automatically do this on any chart you look at any time. So you never have to worry about finding your 5 minute range. You just let it load and get to work. The next indicator that you want to add is this Asian and London session high and low. You can really use anything. And this key levels indicator has this built in, but sometimes I find that the lines are really clunky and it is not always accurate. So I use this one because I like it. You could use any of them as long as it works. You just need to test it. This one specifically just says Asian and London session high/low. That's it. I come into the settings on that one. The only things I changed were the line colors. I have the Asian session matching in purple and the London session matching in white. So I have my lows here and I have my highs up here. Now I made this a little bit bigger so it's easier to see. You guys can actually see the Asia low and London low are kind of one and the same. They are insanely close to each other right here. I don't know how well you can even see that on the video because they're like almost identical. So you see on your opening range break, you're waiting for your breakout, and then you're waiting for your retest, which happens. At the time I started making this video, this hadn't happened yet. So I was down here somewhere. You get your breakout bearish and you have your lows. Now, if you were to take this line and just extend it across like so, you can see the Asia low and London low, they break and they break pretty quick and you're dropping down. So you get below the lows and you can see this is going to continue. About right here, I'd be pretty confident that this is going to continue. It didn't immediately reclaim. It didn't pop back up, anything like that. So if you would have just done a quick right here, you would have just set your, right above the resistance line of the lows, like right in here, and you would have targeted a 1 to 2 risk to reward, 41.25 to like 83, somewhere in this range. You would see here you would have entered at 9:55 and at 10:01 a.m. you would have had a 1 to 2. So maybe this is $100, maybe this is only $50 and you're getting a 1 to 2. You risk 50 to make 100, you'd be up $100 right here. You then can see as well, let me move this off to the side. Once this comes back and retests this low, New York is defending this essentially. They don't want it to go above this right now. There's not enough going on to support this coming back to retest. So you get a push right here to the low, and then you get a big candle back. So I'm already watching it here, but I would let this candle close, and then immediately I get a little bit wary because, you get some strong buys coming in. It touches again right here, and then you get another big candle, and you kind of get some buy pressure again here. But if you were, and these are a little bit riskier, so I don't fully advocate for this at all times. It's just an opportunity you should be looking for. So let's say you get your defense level here and it comes back down. Let's just say you would have went in right here and you would have followed a similar thing. Just set your stop loss right above the lows from yesterday and target a 1 to 2. You would have went down here around 100. You would have went in around roughly 10:28 and you would have been out at 10:37 9 minutes later. And again, even if you would have waited for this right here, you would have went in and, at 10:34 and by 10:50 you would have had another 1 to 2 risk to reward. So when these lines present themselves like this, and it clearly blows past them, or the other way. I mean, if New York would have decided that this was going bullish and it would have broke north of the chart, it would have blew past London, no problem. This probably would have been the next line that would have been defended right here, if there was even going to be anything. So I would expect if the path would have been bullish today and it would have broke out this, you would have probably had, something like this. It would have broke out and then it would have got here and then it probably would have chopped and went sideways, this way and blah blah blah, and then you would have broke back down for your retest this way, and there would have been some moving around and everything. But that obviously didn't happen. We don't even need to talk about it. But if it would have broke bullish, it would have blew past this London high from yesterday and it would have went to the Asia high most likely, and then this would have been a layer that would have most likely sent you back for your retest. In this scenario, if you're targeting lows, you just kind of extend this line out on your chart, keep as much data as you can, and you can see here this line broke, came back, it was defended, came back, it did not get defended, it dropped below. So you would have had actually another opportunity here if you would have been watching. It broke the low, you could have went just like this and targeted. I mean, you could have had a 1 to 3 right here if you were really just high level scalping essentially. And then now, you would be into whatever this is doing. Like, it's a weird volume day, but you would have had an opportunity potentially for 3 different opportunities of a 1 to 2 risk to reward on a high scalp. The flip side to that, the way I trade, I would have had a losing day today. And here's why: because I would have waited for the break. I wouldn't have been looking at this. I would have waited for the retest, and then right here it would have broke out. I would have targeted midway through the zone. It's about 103, and then this would have been around 206. You can see I never would have got there. It immediately pulled back. This is how I would have played it today. It certainly would have been a losing trade. My only opportunity would have been if I was scalping. I would have potentially had, some 1 to 2s in here somewhere. But this would have been a complete loss for me at this point. So there are ways to make money, and there are certainly ways to lose money. I would have lost, you would have won.